Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Fupas and Flapjacks. Yeah. Hey, peep the Flapjacks in the corner of the screen. Hey, we outside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the newest show on the Derosier Media Network. My name, of course, is Derosier. Joining me for this show, my co-host, none other than Mr. Tre.
Tre in the building. What's popping? What's Gucci?
Hey, I'm so glad to have you here with me, man.
I'm happy to be here.
But it's not just me and you that can hear. Like people, we're not the only two.
No,
we got somebody else that can hear their voice. It's none other than the podcast producer, Phil.
I have a Fupa and a Flapjack.
That's insane.
Yo, we do not body shame on this show. So do your thing, homie. Do your thing.
Hey, but let me say something.
What's up?
It's the brothers with the Fupas and Flapjacks that's really getting the baddies out here. I'm not going to cap.
This is Scott.
That's not cap.
I'm fucking with you.
I'm about to say it's not cap. I'm not cap. I've been seeing it everywhere.
Hey,
it's getting cold outside.
It was getting cold outside. Get your little Fupa. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and to the Spanish women that felt some type of way, because I talk about Fupas, and obviously I'm talking about black women when we speak about Fupas. To the Spanish woman, if you're a torta, holla at your boy. But guess what? Like they say in Spanish, no es torta, no me importa. Anyways, back to the show. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to the Fupas and Flapjacks podcast, like I said, I would like to welcome you guys to the Fupas and Flapjacks podcast. We'd like to say thank you for joining us. You're probably wondering why we decided to launch this show. We decided to launch this show to, celebrate body positivity and promote self-love among individuals who feel underrepresented in our mainstream media. We're creating a supportive community where people can share their experiences, body image, dating, and relationships. Not just me and Tre. You guys can also always DM us, email the podcast at fupasandflapjacks@gmail.com. If you ever have any questions, anything you guys want to say, any input, of course, like I said, hit up the podcast directly. Hit up the Instagram page, which is at Fupas And guess what? You'll probably get a DM back from us.
Yeah. No, I think what's great about this is that we are getting into a space that's not the red pill space.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the red pill space is very oversaturated. I think it's really, to be honest, whack. And I think we need to get into a place where we're taking back men to the right side and allowing them to not feel like they have to be pressured to think like this, or they're a simp if they do like this or move like this. So I think this will be great for not just the ladies and showing them that there are men that care about them, but also for the men to be like, yo, there's a different way to think, a different way to move in the world that's kind of got a lot of hate and got a lot of divisiveness in it.
Well, I'm glad you said. This is why he's my best friend. I love this nigga. This is why I'm happy you said that, because another good thing about this podcast is that we're using it to embrace people of all aspects of life and embrace their uniqueness and build their own confidence. And not in the confidence, like you said, not in the red pill space where everything has to be a simp this, simp that. Oh, women ain't this, women ain't that. Or we pushing agendas that don't really identify with the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, everyone in the world is different. Right. So why not celebrate all us being different?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, Tre is a light-skinned, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Light-skinned 6'2" dude with tattoos with a full beard. Guess what? Tre don't look like me. I'm dark-skinned. I'm barely, when I tell you I'm barely 6 foot, if I slouch an inch, I'm not 6 foot. That's how I'm barely 6 foot.
But you got a full beard.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you eat under the fupas. You know what I'm saying? Holds that flavor in there. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, this man out here with the whole fridge on his face. Pause. But anyways, we're gonna get into the first topic, but we're gonna talk about the theme of this episode before we get into the first topic. The theme of this episode is going to be social media dating and how can it affect your relationship. Now, one thing we want to inform you guys, every episode of Fupas and Flapjacks is going to have a reoccurring theme for every single episode. Whether we're talking about a celebrity situation, whether we're talking about our own personal situations, even if we may talk about a personal friend situation, we're always going to have a reoccurring theme for every episode. This episode's theme is social media and how it can affect your dating. Ladies and gentlemen, Tre, you're a sports fan, right?
I am a sports fan.
Phil, you're not really into sports, but you kind of pay attention to it from time to time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you used to work at ESPN, which is crazy, and you're not a sports fan.
Well, yeah, I hate it now.
Fair enough. I give you that. I'm a huge sports fan. Like, I love football. I'm huge.
It's kind of crazy because I like sports, but you got me beat by a lot. I'm not going to front. And I played it just like you did, but you got me beat.
I love it, bro. It's an escape from the real world for me.
Right.
When I played sports, it was an escape from the real world. Because for me personally, sports was the only way I could like fit in with black people. Because me growing up as a Haitian child, like I could only get along with other island kids, like Jamaicans, because they understand that that viewpoint. Yeah. But the reason why we're talking about sports, you guys, is we're talking about the presumptive Heisman winner. By the time this episode airs, he'll probably got the Heisman in his hand by now. But we're going to talk about Travis Hunter. If you guys don't know who Travis Hunter is a superstar player, wide receiver and cornerback. Yes, he plays both for the University of Colorado Buffaloes. Recently, he went viral for his last final college football game. Not because of the statistics he put up, but what happened after the game. I'm going to describe the video to you guys, and then Phil's going to play it. And then me and Trey kind of going to go back and forth about how we feel about this and how the social media backlash to this video kind of sparked a conversation that we could have open and honestly as two black men here. If you guys didn't see the video, Travis Hunter had a great game. One of the star plays of his game, or superstar plays of his game, he ran out of bounds, ran in front of a cheerleader, kind of gave the cheerleader a look, you know what I'm saying? And his fiance, who was in the crowd, didn't take too kindly of it.
I don't think he was looking at the cheerleader.
I agree.
I think he was looking in the crowd.
I agree.
I think he just ran up and just ran up on the cheer. I don't think he was.
Listen.
Yeah, my whole mindset is completely different from the situation.
I'm with you 100%. We're on the same page here.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. But I'm going to try to be devil's advocate for this one situation.
For sure. I'll play one side, you play
the other. I'm going to try to be devil's advocate for this one situation. But Travis Hunter's fiance, not girlfriend, his fiance, I want to make sure I get that right. After the game, he's bringing his fiance and his family to the field because it was his senior day, last game in Boulder, Colorado. And she kind of give him the stiff body. You know when your girl's mad at you and she kind of like, don't touch me, nigga. Give you like the Mayweather shoulder roll.
Right. She's not feeling you.
She give me like the shoulder, like, get off me.
No poom poom tonight.
No poom poom tonight. She was Jamaican. Hey, me don't have dots.
No poom poom.
Me don't have dots. But Phil, you go ahead and play the video so the viewers can see the
Coach
video.
Prime will certainly have an incredible last memory
like, sir?
taking the field with his sons, Shador and Shiloh, here at Folsom Field at home.
Yeah, she's going to learn.
Yeah, she
She's going to learn.
What you mean by that?
Before we get into like the deeper talk, there's a reason why Savannah James is the way she is as the best, one of the best wives in sports history for LeBron James, because you did not see her for the majority of his career. She stayed under wraps. She wasn't seen by the camera. She's just now has her own podcast, just now modeling, just now doing her own thing. But part of being a wife to a celebrity, to a sports star, is understanding time and place. Yeah. And this is not to diminish who she is, because she is a YouTube star in her own right.
She is. Yep.
But there is a time and place to do certain things. And that's not the time and place, no matter what the situation is, because we don't even know if it's about really what that is. But with cameras around, it's senior year, you with the potential Heisman player.
Potential number 1 pick overall.
Yeah, you can't, you got to fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to diminish her light. This is just that it's not your time.
So here's where I see the other aspect of it.
Okay.
What if she was that mad? It's like, nah, it's on site with you.
That's if she was like
and she actually had a legitimate grievance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If she was like that, she needs. I'm gonna be real. They need to talk about. I believe they need to go to marriage therapy or counseling before getting married.
I agree with that.
That's something that you can't have that happen again. Because if it was some other regular player that wasn't him,
who cares?
Who cares? But it's him. And you know he's him.
And the thing about this situation is that the social media backlash turned into her, like, I think she deactivated her Instagram, her TikTok, and even her Twitter account.
See, yeah.
Like, she got off of Instagram after everybody was going at her. And this is why I'm glad the main topic of this episode is social media, because social media literally is affecting their relationship directly.
Right.
Yeah.
What I would say is, and this is part of the reason why, like, I've rethought about the idea of, because I make content, and I've rethought about the idea of, when I get with someone, do I want to do relationship content? Do I want to potentially do family content? I know it makes money. Yeah. I know it's lucrative, But what you're doing is now I'm allowing the public in my space. And so I wondered, man, how can I like juggle that where I can make it where it's like maybe like loose family content, but where I can keep my private stuff private. Yeah. Because right here, what they got going on, it's open for everyone to see. And I struggle with the social media like dating thing. It looks fun. It looks from the outside, it looks fun. Yep. Until you see the comments and everyone's like, they've got to say. And now you've taken the comments and the public opinion and you've brought it home.
But I've seen it firsthand with you specifically in your comments.
Yeah.
Like you'll make a video with one of our good friends, Miriam. You'll make a video with Janaya or Junie, whoever the case may be. And then everyone in the comments is like, oh, all these light-skinned niggas are the same. Oh, is he really be like that? Oh, he for the streets. It's like, bro, it's a video. It's a skit. Yeah. Like, I'm not really dating these people.
Yeah.
So I can see where, like you said, it can be beneficial, obviously. And we all know it can be beneficial because even with us, like, when we post clips, it gets likes. Like, it's beneficial for us.
Right.
But also, I can see the effect it can have in a negative light where it's like, oh, we have to keep up the facade that we're happy. Even though we're not happy, we got real shit going on behind the scenes to the point where I want to choke you out.
Exactly. And Travis is on a press run right now to fix it.
Yeah.
Now it's not just about a draft.
Now he was just on Pivot Podcast. Like, Phil, can you play the clip real quick of him on Pivot Podcast?
My fiance gonna have to tell me, she gonna be my wife at the time. She gonna have to tell me it's enough. Mm-hmm. Somebody's gonna have to hold me back because I love the game so much. I put so much into it. I'm definitely not gonna know when it's enough.
Fiance, y'all get married in 2025?
Yep, next year.
Rookie year.
Yep.
And you gonna get married. And you gonna have some babies.
Yep.
Yeah. I could give you a blueprint on how to make babies.
All right, now I don't need you.
Yo, Channing Crowder do be a wild boy.
Yeah,
that's a freak boy though.
But I mess with him.
But he's like the dude that like his Mac touching yams. The dude on the Kendrick song. The freak boy. But I like how Travis doubled down on his support for his fiance and doubling down like, yo, this is gonna be my wife. Like, who gives a fuck what anybody else has to say? This is me.
Yeah.
Like what's the shit that Kevin Hart used to say? That's my rib. That's my girl.
But can we be like real?
What's up?
I am a proponent of I believe in paperwork. No matter how much you love someone, marriage is a business. And I believe that instead of letting the government decide if you do separate how finances and things go, I think it's important that you guys have that own discussion yourselves and write it in. I hope he's got people around him to say, hey, we know you love her, and that's great, but y'all need to have a mature conversation of paperwork.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that because I want the divorce or anything.
To be fair, you could say the same thing for her as well because, like you said, she's a YouTube star in her own right. God forbid, we're not wishing this on Travis. God forbid something happens with his career and now she's the main breadwinner or she's, you know what I'm saying? So I can see what you mean. I see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
And do you think in this situation specifically that it could be kind of like a negative connotation if she were to sign and then the pressure of the public, if it came out she didn't sign and he asked her to, and the pressure from the public can like affect them?
This is where we talk about privacy.
Yeah.
That should never come out.
I agree.
We should, honestly, we already know what will happen if it comes out and she didn't sign. People are going to, she's a gold digger.
Yep.
She's going after money. She's doing all this. Keep it private.
Without people even knowing that, like, she's successful in her own right.
Yeah.
Granted, people are going to tie her success to him, and which is true, more or less. But even if they broke up tomorrow, she would still be successful.
In 2024, we got 17 days left or 18 days left.
Yeah.
2024. Girls that look like her will be successful.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, social media girls.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They will do fine. She's gonna
be fine no matter what.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's gonna be fine no matter what.
Yeah. She doesn't need. I mean, don't get twisted. Like, he got all this money that he's getting from college, and then
he just signed an Adidas deal, and she was in the commercial. That's another way of him doubling down on his support of her.
Yeah,
she was in the Adidas announcement commercial, whatever it was on Instagram or whatever. Like, this man is doubling down. Like, I don't care what y'all got to say. This is my home. This is how I act in my home, and I respect that personally.
I respect it too. So how long would it take for you? Because I know you're private. You're more private than me. how long would it take for you to hard launch a significant other?
At least a year.
A year?
At least a year. Because in that year, I
don't believe that.
Nah, for me it would be a year. The last girl I dated for like 4 months. Nobody knew.
Man,
Don't hit me with the which one. That's crazy.
Damn, I thought he was your best friend.
Damn, bro, he just did me like that on the first episode.
I'm just saying which one, bro. You got so many Johns, bro. You the man.
Bro, don't do that. Like, stop. one of these episodes, we're gonna have a hinge off. So we're gonna open my hinge accounts.
We can open one right now.
No.
We can say how many matches I got, how many matches you got.
So listen, on this episode of Fupas and Flapjacks, right? So check it. So as you were saying, like I said, it'll be a year, right? It'll be about a year.
Okay.
About a year for me to like launch a significant other. But
you really putting a time on it?
Yeah, because it would take at least a year for her to meet Nazareth, my son. My last girl didn't even meet my child.
Okay. True. I mean, for me, I wouldn't put a time on it. I can definitely say it wouldn't be before 6 months.
Okay, fair enough. I respect that.
I definitely would give it at least half a year just to, make sure that the foundation is laid down. I don't believe that it takes a year to figure out if that's someone you really want to be with.
No, but a hard launch is still different. Because I feel like once you open that door, you can't close it.
Nah, I mean,
and especially,
but you can't. I just don't. Although I don't believe in like getting everyone involved in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I do think at one point, especially in the era that we're in, it is important to acknowledge the person that you're with.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
especially on a social media base.
Okay,
because we're doing a pod. We're on social media. We're doing content. People are always going to be in your DMs. People are always going to be in your comment section, questioning who you with, who you dating. Are you with this person? Are you with that person?
Mm-hmm.
And I think acknowledging the person is I'm with this person.
Right.
It doesn't have to be I gotta post you in my stories all the time, whatever. But it's more just acknowledging like this is my girl, that's that, and boom.
I kind of feel like that depends on the girl, the significant other.
Some girls don't care for that. Yeah.
Some girls don't give a damn. Like, oh, you gotta post me. Like, we know what's going on in this house.
But I'm talking about like you could hard launch without the face.
Yeah.
You got dinner with the like how they be doing us.
Yeah.
With the plate.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. You know what? I know how I'm gonna do my hard launch. I'm calling my shot now like Babe Ruth. I know how I'm gonna do my hard launch.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. All right.
All right.
Get up for this one. All right. So it's gonna be like not a dinner table. We're gonna be at dinner or something,
mm-hmm.
right? And I'm gonna take a picture with her. hand on the booty. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With her chest towards me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want her to take the picture. But since she's probably gonna be shorter than me, most likely,
mm-hmm.
I want her to put the flash on, so all you see is my face. You don't see hers. So all you see is body yaddy yaddy flash.
Okay.
And I got a corny caption for it too.
Okay.
Future so bright with shorty.
So whack.
I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke.
I think that if I had to look at where my life is at right now,
mm-hmm.
I don't know who I'm going to be with, but let's just say that it happens around the middle of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way I would hard launch is with a pajama Christmas photo.
Oh, that's tough.
I think that's how I would do it. If we get that far,
yeah,
I think that's how I do it. I feel that's like dang, he really with somebody for real. They in the matching pajamas.
That or a hard launch on a vacation photo.
Oh, that too. I like that. Or
like a vacation, us sitting on the beach with some pina coladas in our hand.
Or Halloween is a great launch too.
I see what you're doing.
Matching costumes.
I see what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another hard launch one. A good hard launch. I was thinking 4th of July, but I think that's kind of corny.
That's very corny.
With the fireworks and everything.
I want to pivot to something real quick.
What's up?
I want to ask you a very personal question.
On the first episode, bro?
Yes. This has more about how your outlook on me.
Okay.
I'm not going to say names. So, the person I make content with, did you assume something was going on with me and this person?
Nah.
Okay.
I cracked the joke with you, though.
What you mean?
I don't know if you remember. I cracked the joke. I was like, okay, I see you with and you were like,
When I first started?
Yeah, you were like, nah, bro.
Oh.
You were like, nah, bro, that's the homie. I was like, I know, Trey, I'm just fucking with you, though. Because you be because you be doing it to me, though.
Well, yes, but that's because you really be.
No. Don't put that narrative out there about me.
But they don't care. These Jones don't care about what you're doing, Jay.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
Don't put that narrative out there about me.
They don't care.
No, like I'm doing stuff.
I didn't say nothing about that.
Oh, okay.
I say like they are. I ain't never seen so many comments in my life
on your page
on
about me.
About you.
I was telling Phil earlier, and Phil is my witness. I told him this earlier. I was like, yo, I just started that new Instagram page. So I was like, my Instagram page went from like 150 to 1,100 in 1 week because of that video.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was everybody in your comments, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And you keep and you do this thing where you think I'm the one that gets all this attention and everything. How does that work?
Trey, you do.
How does that work?
Trey, you are what society deems the man.
Phil.
Yes.
When you see these black women,
why are you looking in the ceiling like he actually got?
He is.
Yes, my child.
Yes.
Yo,
when you
look
see what these black women be talking about on social media, you be on social media?
Yeah.
What they be saying with the kind of black men they like?
They now want dark skinned dogs.
With the what?
With the beard.
With the what? Not with the deep waves.
Oh yeah, with your hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we talking about, bro?
That's what they say, bro. Women and men. People in general say what they want, but they don't really go after sometimes what they really want
because they can't.
I'm not saying they're selling it for you. That's what I'm saying.
What you mean? That you said they're selling for me?
Yeah, I'm not saying they're selling it for your type.
No, I have a deep theory, and we can go on to that in another episode.
Deep theory about what?
About dark-skinned men and light-skinned men, and settling for my type. I have a whole deep theory for that. I don't want to get into that now.
We're gonna say that for another episode.
Yeah.
That's not like a Patreon. That's not like a Patreon episode.
I got something for that.
But in closing, while we close this episode, obviously first episode, so we killing it. But but the last point when it comes to social media, we're gonna close this and wrap this up real quick. But when it comes to like social media and dating, like what's your final standpoint on that though?
I think that again, I am not one way or the other. I can't decide whether for me personally that if I want to take that route, I would have to be with someone who's a content creator just like me.
Right.
Who has kind of the same standards I do. I just think that when you're doing content creating social media with a person, I think it's important that you separate private and public. Okay. I think that people need a very surface level of who you are. Okay. They don't need to know the deeper stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think that once people start getting the deeper stuff and they start seeing you outside of the surface, they start creating narratives. And those narratives come back home because you start thinking about, well, maybe what the public is saying might be facts, or maybe. So I just think that I think for me, if I would ever go that route, it would be very surface level for the people, very private at home. What about you?
For me personally, and this is going to sound kind of superficial, I'd rather date a woman who has, for lack of a better term, like niggas on her dick. Like dudes chasing her, like dudes in her DMs, like trying to shoot their shot. Because me making content, like I cracked this joke with one of my coworkers earlier today. I was like, I see what women go through now. When they talk about dudes in their DMs all the time, like my phone is always blowing up with some girl in my DMs shooting her shot at me.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Don't do that.
Damn.
Don't do that. Like literally every time I get a DM, it's always, if it's not from like you sending me a meme or like one of our friends sending me a meme, it's my message request popping off because a girl shooting her shot at me.
Hard life.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather date a girl who understands that, because then she could be like, she could look at my phone and be like, oh, look at this bum bitch, blah blah blah. Look at this girl shooting her shot. Yo, that's kind of clever. Like, we could laugh at stuff together rather than her being like, so you gonna open that? So you gonna look at it? Oh, dang, you got all these girls on you, huh? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather that if I allow social media into my relationship. Because me personally, I'd rather not. Like, I'd rather not even show who I'm dating on my the last girlfriend I had that was on my social media profile of any kind was my son's mother, and that's 4 or 5 years ago.
So you're talking about more like, what I'm talking about is creating content.
Yeah.
With someone. You're talking about more like allowing someone into your content.
Yeah.
Which are two different.
It's two different things.
Aspects. Yeah. Because I'm talking about. You're talking about like, I'm doing the podcast thing. Mm-hmm. I'm involving her. I need her to be comfortable with my content life. I'm talking about we need to be comfortable with us. It's more so
I need her to be comfortable with understanding that that's work.
Yeah.
Is us.
Yeah.
Like understanding like social media to me is professional.
Yeah.
You and I are my personal.
And that's the problem. I'm saying you're taking that, and that's the problem where I'm coming with. I have to look at relationships and be like
in the same way to make it a marriage together. Yeah,
it's a marriage. I have to separate making content with you and living regular life with you. Do I want to do that? Do I want to go out to dinner and think about, man, I got to capture this social media moment with you?
Like make sure you wear something nice so we can take a
photo
a date night video, some shit. Yeah,
clip it up.
I know what you mean.
Instead of just living life.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I want to do that.
I got you. We're on two different aspects on that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Which is cool. You the Fupas, I'm the Flapjacks on that one. Hey, don't do that. Hey, so like I said, this is the first episode of Fupas and Flapjacks. Trey, how you feeling, bro?
I feel good. That was cool, man.
Just cool?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Phil, how you feel about that?
Great episode, man.
Appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen.
What? This is the start of something beautiful.
So ladies and gentlemen, man, thank you so much for tuning into the first episode of Fupas and Flapjacks podcast. Obviously, the first of many. We're gonna be here for the nice slow burn. You guys gonna enjoy some time. And signing off on behalf of the Derosier Media Network. My name is Jay.
My name is Trey.
And you guys, thank you.